What's up, 49ers faithful? Big news is brewing as the trade deadline approaches, and it looks like the Niners could be making a move to bolster our defensive line. With injuries piling up and depth becoming a concern, could a familiar face be returning to the Bay? Stick around, because we're diving into the details of a potential reunion that might just strengthen our defense. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all the latest from the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers are making headlines again, and this time, it's all about a potential trade that could bolster our defensive line. With the team sitting at 4-4 and grappling with a wave of injuries, the clock is ticking as we approach the trade deadline. The loss of key players like Javon Hargrave for the season and the placement of Yetur Gross-Matos on IR has left us in a tight spot. But here's where it gets interesting. There's talk about bringing back Sebastian Joseph Day from the Tennessee Titans. Now let's dive into this idea. Joseph Day was with us for a brief stint at the end of last season, and while he didn't make the starting lineup, he certainly knows the system. The argument for trading for him isn't just based on nostalgia. It's about filling a critical gap in our roster. Vinny Iyer from Sporting News pointed out that despite not re-signing him in the offseason, the Niners could greatly benefit from his experience and versatility. Joseph Day has the ability to play multiple positions along the line, which is something we desperately need right now. When you think about it, Joseph Day has had an interesting career trajectory. Drafted in the 6th round by the Los Angeles Rams in 2018, he didn't see the field at all in his rookie year. But fast forward to 2019, and he was starting 15 games. Over the last 6 years, he has been a reliable presence, contributing as a pass rusher with 13 sacks in 78 appearances. While he hasn't been a standout performer, he has consistently been a solid player wherever he's gone. Bringing him back to San Francisco could provide that much-needed depth we're sorely lacking. And here's the kicker. The financial aspect of this potential trade is incredibly favorable for us. Joseph Day is on a 1-year deal worth $4 million with the Titans, and his base salary is just $1.38 million. With over $54 million in cap space available, adding him to our roster wouldn't strain our budget at all. Plus, considering his contract situation and the fact that he hasn't been a superstar, we might only need to part with a late-round draft pick. That's a small price to pay for a player who could help stabilize our defensive front. But let's be real for a moment. Do we think this is the best move for the 49ers? On one hand, it makes sense. We need depth, and Joseph Day is a familiar face who can step in right away. On the other hand, I can't help but wonder if we should be aiming higher. Should we be looking for a bigger name, or someone who can make a more significant impact? I'm honestly torn about it. And what about the future? If we pull the trigger on this trade, how does it shape our playoff aspirations? We're at a crossroads, and every decision counts. Adding Joseph Day could give us the boost we need to make a run in the second half of the season, or it could be just a stopgap move that doesn't really address our long-term needs. This is a critical moment for the organization, and I can feel the tension among us fans. So, I want to hear from you. Do you think trading for Sebastian Joseph Day is the right call? Or should we hold out for something better? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. I'm genuinely eager to hear your opinions on this. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow 49ers fans, and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss any of the latest updates as we navigate this trade deadline. And remember, activate that notification bell to stay in the loop with all things 49ers. Let's keep this conversation going. And as always, go Niners!